Well, welcome back. In this lesson, we want to go over what is a pelvic floor. That's a great starting point for a course such as this, because not everybody may know what that even means. So I'm going to take the model and show you a little bit about the pelvic floor muscles. This is a woman's pelvis looking from the front. And everything you're starting to see in red are pelvic floor muscles. And if we look on the bottom, again, everything you see here is pelvic floor muscle. So when you go through delivery and when people talk about tearing, where that happens is in the space from the vagina to the anus. And you can see that there are different muscles in here. So when you do tear and it goes into the muscle, that obviously can affect how those muscles function. And so this whole course is about how do we decrease our risk for tearing? How do we prepare these muscles as best as possible for the actual birth? Now, you may be thinking, oh, I'm scheduled for a C-section. Baby's coming out up here, right? I don't really have to think about this. But you do. When you're pregnant, whether you deliver C-section by C-section or vaginally, there is pressure on the muscles that have to support you here. So it's a great idea to also go through the information in this course to take out the parts that really pertain to you for having a C-section. Now, why is it important to talk about the pelvic floor to begin with when you're pregnant? If you do nothing, the statistics support that 1 in 3 women that go through pregnancy and delivery will have a lasting pelvic health problem after the baby comes. And when I say lasting, that can mean a year or longer. So it's important to learn about this area of our body that nobody else really teaches you about so that you know how to care for it appropriately and help keep you out of that statistic of being the 1 in 3 women that do suffer from a pelvic health problem. So yes, these problems are very common, but that does not mean they are normal. Do not for an instant let anybody tell you, of course you're going to leak because you had a baby. That might be common, but it is not normal. And you need to seek out attention from a pelvic health physical therapist or other healthcare provider to help show you what do we do if we have leakage, because there's plenty that you can do to retrain these muscles so that you don't leak again. So the pelvic floor is a super important, super private part of our body. And so I hope what you get in this course is some more information about how this area functions and help get some questions answered about what's normal and what's not as you go through your pregnancy.